Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known.
So guys, in today's video, what I really wanted to speak about is advice on achieving your body goals. Achieving your body goals, achieving your ideal body. I want to give you some tips and tricks, not tricks really, I just want to give you some tips that will hopefully get you closer to that dream body of yours, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so I've written a few things down and I'm going to read them and I'm going to explain them. So the first thing is stop going all in on your cheat days. Guys, I cannot reiterate this enough. So what people do is they will eat clean for a whole, let's say 6 days, and then on the 7th day will be their cheat day and they will just go in and eat everything. And what you're essentially doing is you're undoing all the progress you had made, all the work that you have done, you're undoing it within the span of 1 day. I would not suggest you do that. A lot of times you regret it and a lot of times you just you end up regretting going on that cheat day, and what happens is that you see like your progress is fading and then you're demotivated, and then guess what, you're back in the cycle. So guys, I will explain something called the binge cycle. So basically, I don't know if you guys can see this, see that little diagram? It's the binge cycle. So what happens in the binge cycle is you start a new diet and you start a new diet and you're so motivated and everything is going good, and then you know what happens next? You start to feel deprived. So when you start to feel deprived, essentially what happens is that you start having cravings and the urge to eat junk food. And then what happens when that cheat day of yours comes, or whatever, or just you get a bad day, you tend to binge. So you go on that. So after your food cravings and urges to eat, you go on a binge and you go all in. You go all in. And that is where the problem starts, because after you go all in, you start to feel guilty and you feel like you're completely out of control. And then what happens after that is you want to feel in control again, so you go on another diet, and so the cycle continues. You go on the diet, you feel deprived, food cravings, binge, and then the cycle just keeps on continuing and continuing. So I want to give you a piece of advice to avoid doing that. This is a mistake a lot of us have made. I have made it in the past. I used to binge eat all the time. So what I would suggest that you guys do instead is, instead of having a cheat day, rather have a cheat meal. So what that will do is within that meal, sorry about that. So for that meal, you will eat whatever you want to eat. So that way you will satisfy your cravings, but at the same time, you won't allow yourself to go overboard and you won't allow yourself to feel guilty afterwards. So you just dedicate one meal in the week to a cheat. Just one meal, not a whole day, because a whole day can just undo all the progress that you've made. So just dedicate one cheat meal. I am going to move on to the next point. So guys, my next point, if I can get it on my phone, because I don't know why it's hiding, is stop with the insanity. Stop with the insanity. What do I mean by stop with the insanity? Well, we're going to go back to Einstein's definition of insanity, which he said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again but expecting different results. That's what a lot of people do. For example, like with the binge thing, you will go on a whole binge day, and then what will you do after that? You end up starting a new diet, and so the cycle continues. Or what do? You do things that absolutely just don't work for you. I think one of the most important things is trying to understand your body and trying to understand what really works for you, because though there are things that generally work for people, we are inherently different. We have different genetics, so our genetics are different, our environments are different, and all of these different things play factors. Our lifestyles are different, and these all play factors in the way your body looks, the way your body might react to certain workouts. And I don't mean like allergic reaction, but I mean like, you know, your body, you know, you're lifting weights and then all of a sudden, you know, that booty looking popping, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about that sort of reaction. So we are inherently different. So when it comes to health and fitness, there really isn't a one size fits all method. And I want people to understand that there is no one size fits all method, but there are things that generally work, but we will not react the same to everything. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, for example, having junk food, let's say. Junk food is generally not good for you. It is not good for you, but some people may eat junk and gain weight. Some people may eat junk and not gain weight. We're just inherently different like that. But what is common there is that junk food is not good for you. Do you get what I'm saying? But you need to just find what works best for your body, and that's what I am trying to help people do. So, insanity. So if something is not working for you, girl, switch it up. Like, switch it up. And I will further explain that in one of my other points. And then another thing is, to achieve your goals, I want you guys to actually exercise most days in the week. I know you might think this might be strenuous on your body, but listen, hear me out. So what you want to do is you want to exercise most days of the week. I exercise 6 times a week, but I will go into more details. Even if you exercise 7 days a week, even if you're starting out, guys, I want you to exercise most days of the week. But hear me out, you can even wake up and do a 5-minute exercise. 5-minute exercise, and that's your exercise for the day. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to create healthy habits. That's the whole point of this. When I start to put my programs out, you will see that I do have exercises on most days of the week. And the importance of this is because I want to create a healthy habit in people. I want people to start exercising more, and I really want this to be part of people's lifestyles. I don't want this to just be a thing of, I'm trying to fit into that bikini by December and then that's it. No, you want to live a healthy, happier life, and that's what I really want to help people achieve. So yeah, that's our goal, is to build healthier habits. So then my next point, which is point number 3, is, no, this is point number 4 actually. Okay, point number 4, understand this. The human body is one thing that you cannot cheat. People think you can cheat other things in life, you can even cheat on people, but do not cheat on your body. This is the only thing you have to live in for the rest of your life. So you gotta make sure that you really look after it. And what I mean by you cannot cheat the human body is both exercise and diet are really important if you want to get your dream body. So essentially, guys, do not play yourself. Do not be that person that thinks, I'm going to outsmart my body. No. You may outsmart a person, you may outsmart a business, you may outsmart an animal, but your body is just... How you gonna outsmart me when I've been with you your whole life? That is legit the body. You cannot outsmart the body, so please do not play yourself, guys. So at the same time, you can't eat only... So eating healthy is very important, guys. It's very important because, like I've said, you cannot outwork a bad diet or out-exercise a bad diet. But at the same time, you cannot eat healthy and then expect to get abs magically. Like, that's not going to happen. There has to definitely be a balance between the two. So both eating and exercise are very important to live a healthier lifestyle. And you know, we want to increase our lifespan, yo. And aren't you trying to look like a sexy 60-year-old? I'm trying to look sexy at 60. Baby, I'm trying to look 80. I mean, I'm trying to look sexy at 8. I'm not trying to look 80. No ma'am. No ma'am. Okay, so my next point, guys, point number 5 is, this is just advice for people starting out. It is much harder in the beginning. So if it's hard for you in the beginning, do not worry. It is the hardest in the beginning. Trust, it does get easier. It really does get easier. Is this angle bad for me? That really didn't make a difference, but anyway. So trust me, it really does get easier the more you get into it. You get stronger, you get more accustomed to the lifestyle, you become more knowledgeable on not only the fitness and health, but you also become more knowledgeable in your body and understand your body and what works for you. And yeah, you generally just understand your body much more. So guys, remember when I told you to not cheat your body? So you can't only eat healthy and expect abs, right? I have already stated that. So understand that if you don't do enough physical activity and you don't activate your muscles enough, you don't do enough physical activity, there is something called muscle atrophy. So that is when the muscle basically wastes away. This is usually caused by a lack of physical activity. You know, when people are in a car accident or whatever, and they've been bedridden or whatever for a long time, and then they have to learn how to walk, that is because basically your muscles literally waste away and you have to teach yourself how to do those things again. So that's what happens even with exercise. So just because you lifted weights and got heavy or you got abs, you can't now just be like, oh, I'm done with the gym, I'm done, girl. Like I said, you cannot play your body. Muscle atrophy, is that how you say it? Yes, muscle atrophy will definitely play a part, and basically your muscle will just waste away. So you do need to continue exercising, but the good thing about that is maintenance is much easier than getting to whatever goal. So it's much easier to maintain muscle than to build muscle. So you might not have to work as hard, but you will still have to put in the work. Another point I would definitely say to you, and this one, some people might not agree with this, but this is definitely, guys, I am living proof of all of these things. But if you can afford it, guys, I would say get a personal trainer at least for 1 month. Get a personal trainer at least for 1 month, guys. You do not know how beneficial it will be for you. You guys do not understand how much the human body, we are starting to understand the human body much more. You know, in school we used to see that diagram of how you're supposed to eat. No more. It's not. So that no longer applies, guys. So the health and fitness industry is really changing. So it is good to get someone who is within that industry, who is more likely to know when things are changing. And also you learn so much more from that other person. I know a lot of people think, no, I already know what. Listen, if bodybuilders get trainers, athletes get trainers, what makes you think when you've never won the Olympics that you don't need a trainer? We can always better ourselves. And that external person can see stuff about you that you cannot see. I cannot tell you enough how much having a personal trainer has actually helped me. I'm adding to that. So I'm going to read what I wrote down exactly. So a lot of people don't see the results because they're performing exercises incorrectly. And this is something I see with so many people, even on Instagram. They're incorrectly performing the exercise, and there are two bad things here. Okay? One isn't really that bad. There are two problems here. One is bad and one isn't really that bad. So the one that isn't really that bad is when you're performing an exercise but you're engaging the incorrect muscle. So that's not as bad as when you are performing an exercise incorrectly and you have a high risk of injury. Now that is bad. I see that a lot on Instagram and I'm just like,
electric chair.
So I really think it's important to have a personal trainer who can teach you how to properly execute the exercises, because this is a person who actually studied this. Like, it's all good and well, you knowing how to do stuff, but someone who has actually gone through that personal training process and actually been tested in that field and actually belongs to, went to an institution, qualified in that field, qualified in that niche, they actually are more likely to know more about exercises than you are. Even if you do know more than they do, they can still help you and teach you more. Like, I'm a person, I am always willing to learn. I do not mind being corrected when it comes to health and fitness. I'm always willing to learn and I'm always willing to grow. Another point, guys, if you are not seeing results, please do not be afraid. If you are not seeing results, and maybe you've already seen a personal trainer or whatever, do not be afraid to take a step back and examine the situation, because there might be a problem, an underlying problem that is deeper than what you think. So it's important that if you are not seeing results and you are eating right, you are exercising, you are doing absolutely everything right, and if you notice that you are not seeing the results, then maybe there is an underlying condition and you need to just consult your physician and see what's wrong and just explain everything to them. Okay guys, so another thing which is like, it's not advice, but I guess it's sort of a reminder for everyone. I'm actually gonna come a bit closer for this one also, because like then it gives me an extra glow, you know. So guys, I'm also going to read this one. The biggest benefit with exercise is what it does for your health. Yes, you look good when you exercise. You know, you have them abs, you know, you can grow that booty, you know, you can have them sexy sculpted arms, you know what I'm saying? But the biggest advantage is what it does for your health. There are just so many benefits from exercising that if people knew what it does for like your heart and what it does for your body, a lot more people would exercise, and how it, you know, it just, you know, can increase your lifespan. It's just, there are so many benefits of exercise that a lot of people aren't aware of. So I just want to remind you that you may not look like what you ideally want to look like, but you need to continue to exercise, because exercise is so much more beneficial than what you can see on the outside and what is physically visible to the human eye. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Please do those things. Don't just listen to this part of the video and just be like, please actually do those things. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Please share this with people. I really just want people to really live healthier lives, and it costs you $0.99. It costs you $0.99, absolutely not to 99. So please definitely do that. Share, like, comment what you want to see me speak about next, what advice, what areas of the body you are concerned about, what you want me to speak about. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I am LaMamba Official.